Okay, family. Mali decided to school France, but look like France is not paying attention. So we are bringing back this video into the space because we think it is necessary for this video to come back. These two videos I'm going to play right now. The first one is what France need. That one came from their own personalities, right? You say you help Mali, you did this because France is lamenting a lot in this whole situation. And they are doing everything possible. They are complaining here, USA, they'll go to UN, they'll go to European Parliament. They are complaining everywhere. And I can't understand why they cannot focus on their own country. Focus on your country. Focus on your country. Go back to your country. How difficult is this? Anyway, before I play the video, family, representative of Mali at the UN decided to school the entire chair over there. And it got to a point, some of them were laughing, I translated it. So the translation actually deleted that laughter out a bit. You hear it, but it's not that loud as there was no translation. When the guy asked them, you people, you say you don't, when we come to you, you are complaining that we turn our back against you and we went to China and Russia. But when we come to you, that look, we need weapons to fight these people. You say you don't give laser weapon. Do you expect us to fight these people with stick? And they started laughing. I'm like, yo, hypocrite, right? Anyway, if you don't know, I'm putting my vlogging channel under the comment section. That vlogging channel, those of you who want to be part of my vlogging channel, interesting things are going to be there. I said it, in some of my videos. Interesting things are going to be there. Those of you who join me on live session, I always say that I'm bringing the vlogging channel. It's going to be amazing, right? So it's going to be in the comment section. We need 1,000 subscribers there. Then we put the first video out there. Then we start running that platform. It's going to be interesting. Beautiful. I know many of you know that ECOWAS had their meeting and then no media house is talking about it. Everybody ignored them. That simply means that the AES has deleted and erased ECOWAS. They are of no importance again. But anyway, let's de-escalate the tension with the first video. All right? If up to now you have not liked the video, please do that for me. All right? Listen to this.
I want to first remind you of one thing. France has already given a lot to Mali. It has given its money, it has given its time, it has given its army, and above all, it has given the lives of its soldiers.
Lieutenant Damien Boiteux, Sergeant Harold Warmissel, Corporal Cédric Charenton, Brigadier Wilfried Pingot, Corporal Alexandre Van Duren, Sergeant Chief Marcel Calafut, Major Dejvid Nikolic, Corporal Chief Maxime Blasco, Sergeant Yvonne Huyn, Brigadier Loïc Grasset, to the hunter Quentin Poche, to the hunter Taneri Mauri, to the hunter of the Orient Isakanian, and to so many others. Before coming to give us lessons on international solidarity, let us at least have the decency to remember these soldiers who died in the Sahel and Mali. They did not go there to dominate anyone. They went to fight against the terrorism you talk about, to protect populations, to prevent the collapse of a state, and also to defend the security of France. And how did it end? With the departure of the French, with a deep deterioration of relations with Bamako. I personally regret it, with a junta that no longer wanted our presence, with the arrival of Wagner, and with an anti-French discourse maintained for years. Mali did not want the French. It will have the Russians and the Chinese, whose methods are well known. Wasn't Operation Barkhane enough already? How long must France continue to apologize, pay, intervene, rebuild, finance, or sympathize, while some of the Malian authorities point to us as the problem? The Malian authorities wanted to take their destiny into their own hands. Very well, let them take responsibility. Mali for the Malians and France for the French.
Bam! 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 Somebody write in the comment section. Bam! That's it. That's the first video. What I got from this video that shocked me a bit, before we go to the second video, the guy said he regretted. You counted the losses that you made in the country. Okay. But you say you regretted the action of the juntan leader, as they call it. But this is the problem. We know that we're helping somebody. I know many of you here, if you are helping somebody, we all get tired in helping people. You understand? Everybody get tired in helping people who don't want to make any effort to help themselves, right? We help people so that people can be, solid and help themselves also, so that, weight will be off. That is how life is all about. But when you are helping somebody and the person say, okay, well, we have gotten to right now, I love your help, I appreciate it, I want to take things on my own. Then you are angry, you are regretting, then it means the issue of help is no longer helpful. Do you have something else behind your back of the back of your mind? Because everybody will be happy that somebody that I'm helping, and then my soldiers are dying for you and all that. I'm wasting resources and all that. And you wake up and say, oh, I'm taking my destiny into my own hand. I can fight this. You go and rest and face your country problem. Then you are angry. Then you are complaining. Then you are regretting. Then your problem, you are not here to actually help me. You have different agenda right here. Are you actually here for help or for the uranium or for the gold? Anyway, the second slide. Let's go.
I don't want to go down 1,000 paths. We and Mali, after the coup d'etat, were approached by a country whose name I will mention here. But if pressed, I can say it too. I'm not afraid to tell us, listen, how many months of transition do you need for us to tell ECOWAS to leave you alone?
Hold on. The translation didn't do justice, okay, for me. Let me bring it down to you. It said after the transition, the coup d'etat, they were approached by a particular country. He will not mention the country's name, but when he is pressed, he will mention the country's name because he's not afraid. The countries approached them and asked them, how many months do you need? How many months of transition do you need for us to tell ECOWAS that, yo, leave the AES or leave Mali alone? Yes. So the people came to tell him that, okay, you can give us some few months, okay, this particular, maybe 3 months, 4 months, 6 months, then you come to our terms, then we tell, how do you call it, ECOWAS to leave you alone. So it was them that it would be these people that tell ECOWAS to go after the Sahel, kick them out, sanction them and all that. It's the same country that approached them, telling them that we can make that go away. What country do you think it is? Write it in the comment section. What country do you think it is? Chairman. Chiemu. It will be Chiemu. So let's move forward.
Against a direction they wanted for us, which we did not want to take, which we did not want to follow.
Until now, we are paying the price. Africa has delegated its responsibility to the United Nations, which has institutional limits to help us, and no one came. How do you think the Malian people for 10 years have been killed, massacred by tens, by hundreds, by thousands? We see no one, and suddenly there is a head of state in the hands of people, and means are found. So what is it? We can also ask ourselves these types of questions regardless of the importance of a head of state, that these people who were killed deserve to be killed, or is their human life worth nothing?
And that we see it today again. Human life in Ukraine is not the same as human life in the Sahel. Again, I will question our friends from the European Union, former friends, where when we were fighting, we negotiated, you and I, with other colleagues of yours for years in the Sahel. There was the European training mission, there was ECAP, there were European soldiers.
They say, help us. They were training our people. They are investing hundreds of millions of euros. We said what we want is train and equip the people. But the Malian soldiers who were involved in the European training had to bring their own ammunition. And we were always told that the European Union does not provide lethal weapons. And what is being given in Ukraine are those not lethal weapons. Is the life of a Ukrainian worth more than the life of a Sahelian? Double standards. Suddenly there is a war in Ukraine, suddenly lethal weapons are allowed. The Sahelians who died by the thousands, who has on their conscience not having done what was necessary, and now comes to accuse Mali of saying, yes, but you work with Russia, you don't work with me, etc. You turn your back on me. Someone asked the question, former partner, new partner. I will let you answer that, madam, because people are used to using that. Yes, why leave an old master for a new one? But I think we need to move beyond mental decolonization, because Russia has not colonized any country. Do not compare things that are not comparable. We are talking about former colonial powers with habits that have not gone away. Now we are seeking security for our country. We go where we find since the Europeans. You say you don't provide lethal weapons. Mali, what we have with Russia is not loans, it's not gifts. We buy, they sell to us. We went with the Europeans, with the Americans. We say we buy, they say they don't sell. But you want me to fight against Al-Qaeda, the Islamic State, with sticks? And suddenly in Ukraine, you realize they need weapons to fight. So I think that when we make this kind of comparison, we must say to ourselves, no, we are not in that. With each partner, we look for what can solve the issue at the given moment. If it is Russia that can help me on the military front, I will do it. If tomorrow it is the Americans who can help me economically, I will do it. If tomorrow it is the Turks who can... So I think people need to understand that we are in this framework. Because when when Mali wanted to choose for modern Sachiza, we were told, no, you cannot choose. People are told, no, you come into my house, but you tell me that I will sleep in this room. You chase away your wife and your friend, your neighbor will not come to your house. We were in this type of situation. Someone says, yes, sovereignty. We have talked about it for years. It's not a new concept, but it's not a new concept because Francophone Africa hasn't grown up. It has remained adolescent. It has never been decolonized. Why do we have 6 coups d'etat in Francophone countries and not in Anglophone countries? These are fundamental questions we must answer. That's why our countries are. It's a shame for us that 60 years after independence, we're still talking about sovereignty because we don't have it, neither monetary, nor economic, nor political. So I believe that we really need to integrate these elements into the element. I think you also talked about credibility, right? When we talk about democracy in the country, but we all want democracy. Mali was a model of democracy before falling to where we have fallen. But we must also look at things in order. But you say, well, the countries where there was a coup, who are we talking about? We're talking about Niger, Mali, and Burkina, as if there were coups only in our countries. But what about the others? What happened there? Why does no one question the absence of elections in Ukraine? Why?
Big question again, double standards.
So I will go back a bit. You are right, industrialization, transformation of it's the key. Even us, everything we are doing on security will be pointless if we do not meet the expectations of this youth, the jobs, the transformations needed. I won't have time to elaborate on that.
Aurélien said it, but if we want to talk about double standards again, and I mentioned it again at lunch with the people, I said, but we have organizations where when the heads of state are seated, nothing is said to them, they do whatever they want, but when there is a newcomer who has staged a coup, we come down on him with all the weapons.
But those who are often, they also create conditions for coups d'etat and unrest in their own countries. But the heads of state facing them must often have the courage to speak to them. Because we close our eyes until a military person falls into the situation and then we suddenly wake up. So that's the problem. So there are also institutional coups. He said it, don't be afraid of the word. Some do it with weapons, but others are very skilled in other ways of doing things. Both often lead to the same type of problem.
That is complete masterclass right here. I mean, the guy took them through from the beginning to the end. That was complete masterclass. You see, the first video I play is what France need just to have peace. You have given us enough. Allow us to be. The second video is what France together with Europe need to understand why they are in the situation today, where the countries in Africa are turning their back, they are going to Russia and China. Because when the people are in problem, they come to you. Insecurity is not fought with baton, cane. It is fought with lethal weapons. When we come to you, we want to buy with our own money. You say, no, you don't. When it is other countries, you say, oh yeah, that one there, before we know, lethal weapon is out. Support is out. When it is Mali, oh no, we don't. So when we tend to wherever we can get it, then you are angry. Hey, what's up? Why? You be rich?